Please like and subscribe if you like what you hear here. Let's get right into it. Why do I talk about the Christians so much? Well, they are obviously the largest group that can affect pagans, us, all of us. They make 100% of every law that affects you. They are, even as we speak, about to try one of their own, Donald Trump, an admitted Christian, for behavior that their religion says you should not do. And that's part of why I'm always on to them, because of the blatant hypocrisy. Over and over and over again, they say one thing and then they do another. It gets old. Look at them right now. We have this trial. The evidence is, to my mind, extremely clear, easy to follow. The guy not only did it, he said he was going to do it back in 2016. He repeated it over and over and over again. If I don't win, it was stolen from me. He programmed people to take that on as their belief, and they fought for it. Who were those people? Those were the rich white people. Nobody poor could afford to go to Washington. Do you know what hotel rooms cost in the middle of the week in Washington, D.C.? That was the affluent rich. And I would almost bet you dollars to donuts that they followed the prosperity gospel. And that's where our brothers and sisters who follow the Christian faith went wrong. God will give you everything you want, and what you need to want is to be greedy and want more than everybody else. And that means it's okay for you to cut out everybody else and get upset when they try to defend themselves from you. I mean, the just blatant entitlement. They believe they can do that to us. Pardon me. Look what they tried to do. They already make all of the laws, but because some people in their grouping are actually fair to other people like you and I, they decided to stop letting them have any say, letting us have any say in lawmaking, who would be president, what Congress would do. Now, we know they're dominionists. We know that their God says to spread yourself across the world and universe no matter what, using any method. I know his book doesn't say it, but he's just like Donald Trump. He says it out of the side of his mouth. And his followers take it and run with it. Why do I go on and on about this? Because if they had won, they would have outlawed our religion. It may have taken 5 years. It could have taken 10, 15. We would have been on that list. And it wouldn't have mattered what color you are. And let's look at their behavior. If these were 14-year-old boys lying to you all the time, looking at you like you are stupid, expecting you to swallow the most ridiculous lies, and then going on and lying on top of that, you would discipline them so that it stops and it does not happen again. That is an important lesson. But because these are in the main Christians disciplining Christians, white Christians disciplining white Christians, and on top of that, affluent white Christians, those people we are programmed to believe are better because they could accumulate more. What a terrible lesson. They're not going to do anything about it. Mark my words. I have no faith in the idea that any Republicans, beyond maybe one or two for a show, will stand up and say that their guy did wrong. They're not really good at admitting when they've done wrong, are they? They can't seem to do that very well. And that's the other side of the coin of the whole, well, we are exemplary and perfect. If you're always screaming that you're exceptional, you cannot hear yourself say, wait a minute, I just tripped over my own feet over there. You start ignoring that. And that's what they've done for the last 60, 70 years. They ignore the mistakes, they ignore the mess ups. They just go blindly on. It's all wonderful until it's not. I'm not going to say Christians don't do good things. We all know that some of them do. But this horrid idea that they have a right to force their beliefs onto other people, to get upset when I wish to worship or celebrate Yule. They get upset that I have the audacity to worship during their Christmas, which isn't their Christmas. And we have to stop letting them do this. We have got to call it out every time. There's got to be a voice of reason out there someplace, and it's us, y'all, pagans. You need to wake up and understand they do make law that will affect us, our children, our education. We've seen they have zero interest in breaking themselves. LGBTQ, transgender, witches, whatever. If they don't like you, they will go after you. They are proud of it. Do not forget that in their book it actually says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Now, how many of us call ourselves witches? In the right court, that would be an admission of guilt. That would be an admission of guilt. I'm not willing to let that happen. And you know, the big things are just like the little things. So above as below. Taking care of the little things is taking care of the big things. And it starts with pointing out what they do wrong. That behavior is unacceptable. Trumpism, the whole QAnon mess, this belief that people who are different from you are eating children. And anything else you can throw in there to make it sensational and whatever. Pardon me again, it's wintertime. That's just wrong. I won't have any part in it, neither should you. Throw it down every time you hear some idiot talking that junk. I mean, it's for the good of the whole nation. We have got to get back to realism. Come out of watching the Kardashians. Nirvana said it best. Here we are now, entertain us. And just like everything American we do it hardcore. Yeah, entertain us. And entertainment became everything. Having more became everything. Do you see the path we're on? Greed and consumption with no thought for anybody else. Even their Christ didn't say that. How did that creep into their religion? I don't know. Well, I do know it was put there on purpose by people who wanted to achieve an end result. Some people love what you're seeing now. They make lots of money off of it. I mean, lots of money. Good thing I'm not into lots of money. That was a rant, my friend. Sorry about that, but it's how I feel, and I think it's how you maybe should think about things. Take a look at it, see what you think. Thank you for stopping by. You'll see me again. I've got a lot to say. I don't do these every day because I don't want to just put out noise. I like to think about things before I say it. So, hope you come back. like and subscribe. Share me among your friends. In the comments, if you have any questions, please ask. Feel free. I'll do my best to answer them. Have a great day. I'm Kell. Remember, we're one world. We are one people. Have a good one. Bye now.